This is the Stepping Razor. You know, today is International Women's Day, is designated that way, March the 8th. And we also mentioned last night that the program reached, well, not this program, but the cutting edge at 26 years it reached. Can you believe that? 26 years after the cutting edge. A man called me and remind me that last night. Him say him did it from day one. The amount of cassette where him have is unbelievable. So I come in my yard, because I want some of them old program on YouTube. But before YouTube, we did have cassette on top of cassette. International Women's Day is a global day celebrating the social, economical, cultural, and political achievements of women. The day also marks a call for action for accelerating gender parity. International Women's Day has occurred for well over a century, with the first March 8th gathering supported by over 1 million people. Today, International Women's Day belongs to all groups collectively everywhere. So we want you to know that this evening there will be a International Women's Day event at the sports arena up there near the stadium there. Feature a lot of artists. I think it's the Ministry of Culture and Gender putting it on. We celebrate International Women's Day. We celebrate that. You understand? We choose what to celebrate and what not to celebrate. It's only that this today is not a holiday. But we see that a lot of the achievements of our women is not highlighted many times. There is women in, especially Jamaica, we're talking about Jamaica now, where have done wonders. Mary C. Cole, you know, Nanny, Amy Ashwood Garvey, Amy Jakes Garvey, Una Mars. I mean, a woman don't rap that woman. I think essentially where she come from, where she was Haile Selassie's secretary. And because she was Haile Selassie's secretary, she also helped to fashion the League of Nations speech. And she was demonized in Jamaica because them say, oh, an educated woman like that could have really sympathized with the Rasta. And it's not because she was a Rasta, but she was in the situation and the position where she come in contact with Haile Selassie and became his secretary. A whole heap of Jamaican need to know about her. But you have so much Jamaican women, you know, we talk about in the sports, in the music industry, you know, all different kind of things. And we need to pay more attention to our mothers. You know, I had a reason that, well, yeah, I had a reason that man the other day, and I hear him say God and Goddess, implying that God is male and then God have a woman and is female. So him call say Goddess. In the first instance, how him know say God is a male when we know that God is an idea in about male and female? It's almost like you're married to ideas together and I call one male and one female. So them say, in the beginning, God created the heaven and the earth. And He, so everybody is looking on this supreme personal thing as a masculine gender. And we get that through years of printing that in our consciousness, that when we think on God, if we put an image to God, we think on a male. And then now we say goddess. So them have in Greek mythology and Roman mythology, goddess and goddesses, God and goddesses. We choose to emphasize God, which is the E, more than the goddess, which is the she, not recognizing that for creation to exist, it must come through that feminine energy for creation. In other words, the creator must be if you want to put gender to it, must be feminine. Man, male cannot create. You understand? So that's why we say Mother Earth. Why you think the ancients say Mother Earth? Why you think them say Mother Nature? Because it's in nature all life form spring from. All the energy that sustain us. Everything upon the earth come from the earth. Whether it's plastic, because it's just the form change, but the substance is the same. So everything is one life. One life, just different form. The life take on to itself different forms. So when we talk about creator, very difficult to do, but it take me years to come recognize that in myself, that in order for creation to exist, we have to go with what the ancients say and say Mother Nature. There is a reason why them say Mother Nature and Mother Earth. And we come with a argument continuously, not recognizing that even human beings who call themselves male, like myself, yeah, must come from a female. There's no man on earth that don't come from a female. So my first creator is my mother. Me not go further than that, because if you start go further than that, you get confused. Because man I say God created him on earth, and the next man asks, so who create God? And then you get confused now, because you have to find something to tell him. When a man say who create me, I say my mother. And the man ask me, who create your mother? I say my grandmother. And he go on, infinity. Go on. And then the thing get confusing. My mother create me with the help of my father. But when the woman carry that 9-month energy in her, she is the sustainer of that life form. So we have to give respect to Mother Earth. Every woman is a mother, whether she have a picnic or not. From she come in that form, she is a mother. Now they might try to teach people how to be mothers. You know, I watch a fowl. A fowl come take over my yard the other day, you know, right? And my lady said she have to get her next fowl, because she can't just make the man run up and down the yard and then have a woman. So she have balance it now, so she get another fowl now. And it happened that the fowl lay. I have 3 little chicks, you know. And me I tell you, say, me have a dog, you know. And me I try to make the dog don't go which part of the fowl, because I know, say, if him go down there, trust me, them dead. The other day, I attack the fowl, you know, the male one, and the female, sorry, the male. And she fly, me never know the fowl could have fly so high, you know, Rasta. She fly go, him fly go, and the chair go sit up there, you know. All right. You see the one we have the picnic, we would have called the female one now. The dog, I try come near them, you know, because some little chick, you know. The fowl just stand up there and now move, you know. And you see when all our back just lift up, you know, when all our them just lift up in our back, me I say, you can't go there, because me there I try a thing now. Me there I try a thing now, and I say, and I try, cook. You think say the foul business with when I talk about cook. And the picnic, them I protect. So you see the mother, even at the danger of fair life, she no care what farm the life is in. No care what farm. Whether it's a goat, whether it's a cow, whether it's a dog, whether it's a human being. You see that farm, that feminine female farm, is the creator and eventually become the protector, because a woman, I find, will get her life quicker for her child than the man. Yeah, man. And a woman, even if her man go shoot 2 men out there, him come home, him more protect her. I mean, she will more protect him from the police out there, the bad man out there who look after him, than how should I protect herself. So, we have to remember these things when we talk about Women's Day, because it is in the female energy that we get our divinity. Without that feminine energy, there's no divinity. And anybody who look for divinity outside of themselves, them go and look until them dead. And then them grandmother come and dead too, and everybody will come and dead. But we have to find that divinity in ourselves. And that divinity come through the understanding and the experience of that feminine energy. Click it. Yes. We have a minute to the news. Okay. We'll talk about the Women's Day. There will be a concert this evening at the sports center up at the stadium there. And I hear that it is free. So nobody know have to send up at the gate and have beg people money for going. So they want to buy a ticket. That happened to me all the while. I said, brethren, the thing free, you know, you have me money for going. Them say, all right, beg your money for buy a draw. You know, them change from going to draw, you know, that way there. All right. News time.
I am Stephanie Hamilton with the local and international headlines. At least 3 flights between Kingston and New York in the United States have been cancelled due to severe weather conditions. Marketing and Corporate Communications Manager at the Norman Manley International Airport, Grace Morrison, told IRFM News that 2 JetBlue flights and 1 Caribbean Airlines flight have been cancelled. The affected flights are between John F. Kennedy Airport in New York and NMIA in Kingston. Ms. Morrison says all other flights from New York for the remainder of the day appear to be on schedule. Meantime, Manager of Commercial Business Development and Marketing at MBJ Airports Limited, Sharon Hislop Holt, says there is no cancellation into Montego Bay. More than 1,900 flights have so far been cancelled in the New York City area, with almost 3,000 internal and international flights cancelled in total across the region amid a huge snowstorm. Agricultural Minister Carl Samuda says the Caribbean needs to revisit its agricultural priorities. Chief among these priorities are the region's trade policy, food security, and its response to climate change, which he said is now emerging as one of the most significant impediments to growth and development. He cites other priorities as nutrition and livelihood security, rural and agricultural development, local, regional, and international market expansion. Minister Samuda was participating in a panel discussion on agri-food trade in Latin America and the Caribbean in the current international context at the 35th session of the FAO Regional Conference for Latin America and the Caribbean at the Montego Bay Convention Center. He further reiterated the need for greater private security, that should be private sector involvement in the agricultural sector. In news overseas, women workers in Spain are marking International Women's Day with an unprecedented strike targeting gender inequality and sexual discrimination. Work has been halted as part of a 24-hour strike organized by the March 8 Commission and backed by 10 unions and some of Spain's top women politicians. Scores of marches under the slogan "If we stop, the world stops" are taking place across Spain. Events marking the day are being held in dozens of other nations. Women taking part have stopped working and have been urged by organizers to spend no money and ditch any domestic chores for the day. Police were called to stop protesters blocking main roads in Barcelona, but some women pickets still brought areas to a standstill. Public transport nationwide is available, but at reduced services, and flights have also been affected. Evening marches in Madrid, Barcelona, Bilbao, Valencia, and a number of other cities are leading events in 200 Spanish locations. Finally, new gun control measures for Florida have passed another legal hurdle weeks after one of the worst school shootings in U.S. history. The state's House of Representatives passed a bill raising the age to buy a gun from 18 to 21 and imposing a 3-day waiting period on all gun sales. The bill, already passed by the Senate, now goes to the state governor. 17 people were killed at Marjorie Stoneman Douglas High School in Parkland, Florida on February 14. Expelled former student Nicholas Cruz, 19, has been charged in the attack. He was formally indicted by a grand jury yesterday on 34 counts, including 17 counts of premeditated first-degree murder and 17 counts of attempted first-degree murder. He is suspected of using a legally bought AR-15 semi-automatic rifle to carry out the 10-minute attack, gunning down teachers and students. Those were the local and international headlines. Major news is next at 5:45. From the IVFM newsroom, I am Stephanie Hamilton.
This is the Stepping Razor. Want to remind that the hour between 2 and 3 is brought to you by Digicel. From grassroots to greatness, the Digicel Grand Prix is back. See Jamaica's future legends battle for top spots with a share of over millions to be won in cash and prizes. That is the Digicel Grand Prix. Okay. Who was playing this tune? Oh, now I'll play it again, you know. Okay. Yes, we did talk about this. We want to mention this thing. The new so we all police commissioner Bobby Montague, the shortest reigning police commissioner we have, Bobby Montague, since the debacle out of airport. Them seem to something happen where we don't know. We don't know why. Up to now, we don't know why the commissioner leave the job. I don't know if Jamaica have a right to know. Quello have a right to tell the people them, or the minister of security have a duty to tell the people them. Why is it that Quello leave the work? So we see them appoint, the Prime Minister appoint another one. This person, according to where we are here now, is in the favor by the police. Is in the good side of the police. And the army. Because a chief major. Yes, from the army, former army chief major. Anthony Anderson, former Army Chief Major General Anthony Anderson has been appointed Police Commissioner effective March the 19th. He will succeed George Quello, who retired earlier this year. Can we find out why is it that George resigned? We know that from the thing out at the airport there, certain things start to happen where we never able to figure out. Well, we figure it out still, but officially, no one was told what happened between. Because we see the Minister of Security take up the position as acting police commissioner. He was acting, just like how the Prime Minister. This government is not easy, you know. The Prime Minister now select a Chief Justice, a judge, and now that same judge, everybody say him is the right man for the work. I don't know about these things. But as a little man on the street, a layman, I try to figure out how the Prime Minister have so much talk in certain things where it's not supposed to be political. These things not supposed to be political, you know. So I don't know how the Prime Minister involved in all these things. And then now the Minister of Security, I say, was acting as police commissioner after them get out George. So I don't know. The first person to serve in this capacity in Jamaica Anderson, all right, I'm start. Major General Anderson currently serves as the National Security Advisor, a post he has filled since being appointed in December 2016. The first person to serve in this capacity in Jamaica, Anderson is the principal advisor to the Prime Minister and the Cabinet on internal and external security, intelligence, and defense matters. He is responsible for coordinating security activities across government and liaison with overseas security and intelligence entities. That means he have an experience there where we are trying to figure out if him is the one now. Or people still about say Renito Adams are the one. I wonder if him was the one. I noticed that the crime kind of gone down. I don't know if I never get no statistics, but I don't. Well, you know the weirdest thing about it, you know, if it not happening in Mobile, we feel say it gone down, you know. That is the point. That is really the delusion. It not happening in Mobile, so crime gone down. But I kind of feel say it gone down still. What do you think? You think it gone down? It gone down, man. It gone down. Yes.
But you not stop.
No, I stop watch the white car them now. I never drive there, that's it. Okay. So I can't start sleep with my window open, not the door. The window open, and then I can go right down to the door. But I don't know how much. All right, I could come back to this thing. Yeah. We are going to go to the cash pot. Listen up, the special pot draw is up next. Okay? We are say at 3 o'clock, you know, where them I say. Them now say, nothing. Mine at the rock station at the party. Mine at the rock station at the party, you watch the station. Because the clock has said 3 o'clock. The clock has said 3 o'clock. All right, we want to do the hour before, between 2 and 3, was brought to you by Digicel Grand Prix. Yes, so we want to say, listen up. The special pot draw is up next. This is the stepping razor. I want to remind that the hour between 2 and 3 is brought to you by Digicel. From grassroots to greatness, the Digicel Grand Prix is back. See Jamaica's future legends battle for top spots with a share of over millions to be won in cash and prizes. That is the Digicel Grand Prix. Okay. We was playing this tune. Oh, now I'll play it again, you know. Okay. Yes, we did talk about this. We want to mention this thing, the new so we all police commissioner Bobby Montague, the shortest reigning police commissioner we have, Bobby Montague, since the debacle out of airport. Them seem to something happen where we don't know. We don't know why. Up to now, we don't know why the commissioner leave the job. I don't know if Jamaica have a right to know. Quello have a right to tell the people them, or the minister of security have a duty to tell the people them, why is it that Quello leave the work? So we see them appoint, so the Prime Minister appoint another one. This person, according to where we are here now, is in the favor by the police. Is in the good side of the police. And the army. Because he's a chief major. Yes, from the army, former army chief major. Anthony Anderson, former Army Chief Major General Anthony Anderson has been appointed Police Commissioner effective March the 19th. He will succeed George Quello, who retired earlier this year. Can we find out why is it that George resigned? We know that from the thing out of the airport there, certain things start to happen where we never able to figure out. Well, we figure it out still, but officially, no one was told what happened between. Because we see the Minister of Security take up the position as acting police commissioner. He was acting, just like how the Prime Minister. This government is not easy, you know. The Prime Minister now select a Chief Justice, a judge, and now that same judge, everybody say him is the right man for the work. I don't know about these things. But as a little man on the street, a layman, I try to figure out how the Prime Minister have so much talk in certain things where it's not supposed to be political. These things are not supposed to be political, you know. So I don't know how the Prime Minister involved in all these things. And then now the Minister of Security, I say, was acting as police commissioner after them get out George. So I don't know. The first person to serve in this capacity in Jamaica, and this, all right, I'm going to start. Major General Anderson currently serves as the National Security Advisor, a post he has filled since being appointed in December 2016. The first person to serve in this capacity in Jamaica, Anderson is the principal advisor to the Prime Minister and the Cabinet on internal and external security, intelligence, and defense matters. He is responsible for coordinating security activities across government and liaison with overseas security and intelligence entities. That means he have experience there where we are trying to figure out if him is the one now. Or people still about say Renito Adams are the one. I wonder if him was the one. I noticed that the crime kind of gone down. I don't know if we never get no statistics, but I don't. Well, you know the weirdest thing about it, if it not happening, I'm be able to feel it gone down, you know. That is the point. That is really the delusion. It not happening in Mobile, so crime gone down. But I kind of feel it gone down still. What do you think? You think it gone down? It gone down, man. It gone down. Yes.
But you don't stop.
No, I stop watch the white car them now. I never drive there with that way. Okay. So I don't know, I can't start sleep with my window open, not the door. The window open, and then I can go right down to the door. But I don't know how much. All right, I could come back to this thing here. We're going to go to the cash pot. Listen up, the special pot draw is up next. Okay? We are say at 3 o'clock, you know, what them I say. Them now say, nothing. Mine at the rock station at the pot. Mine at the rock station at the pot, you watch the station. Because the clock has said 3 o'clock. The clock has said 3 o'clock. All right, we want to do the hour before, between 2 and 3, was brought to you by Digicel Grand Prix. Yes, so we want to say, listen up. The special pot draw is up next. So when you talk about this commissioner and say, him sound like him have a resume there, yeah, where, you know, I don't know if you have any other country with change commissioner like Jamaica, boy. I tell you, in time we do things, we do it at extreme, you know. Yeah, man, we do things at extreme. All right, so this man, as we say, him look like him have the resume, so we can see how that I go filter down now into the crime situation. Because the crime situation is really the bother. If the people if the government make the crime go down, you know, them can stop, fix the road, make we go back a river, go catch water, and make we use candle. And we will feel over here. You understand? That's how terrible it is. Yeah, man. If them do it, we can't read. If they make the crime go down, man, trust me. We promise you. Oh, government, please, make the crime go down. I will promise you that we will, if the road will fix, we won't complain. You understand? And we will ask the nurses and the teachers them to take any amount of money where you give them. Just make the crime go down. And please, government, trust me, don't make snow start fall at Jamaica. Because it cold like a that what happened at Jamaica, you know, the way the place cold. No, I'll tell you, you don't feel the cold, man. But the place cold. No, everything we happen in America, we have to go on like say we are America, Rasta. I mean, the place has snow out in America. Not supposed to be spring, you know. Going into spring. And now we are here about snowstorm and how much flight get cancelled and all them something there. So we are asking the government, please don't make no snowfall at Jamaica. We know someone have the power to make them things that happen. That's when you can't blame it. And say, you know, the reason why farming don't work is because snow falling. And it's like when you say the reason why the road them mash up so it's because of the rain. Lie! Don't blame no rain for no road madness. It's the road them don't fix good. I don't understand it. How is it that the government don't know so the road them bad? But me hear the Prime Minister talk about the bad road them. There's something not clicking at them head. Because if me was government now, me hear complain about the road, so I mean I drive on the road and see the road, so would I call Parliament and call my minister them in and I say, what the hell is happening? Because things can't stay. So some I say now, it's where going why all the contractor them, all the contractor them now stand no consequence for them bad fixing of the road them. Where public money are spent for fix road. I mean I say, something wrong with these government people. Because there's no way them could have care. And then now every time rain fall, them tell you say, the reason why the road mash up is through rain. Which country here a ball out about through rain fall road mash up? Can you imagine there are certain countries that talk about say through rain the road mash up? Rain not supposed to make road mash up, Rasta. Call them hole in the road come like this way. It's man take pickaxe and go out there at night time and dig hole in the road and look for water pipe for thief water. Yeah, I look for electric wire we run underneath the ground. You know, because there's no way me can take that in my heart and say, but I could sympathize with the government here because every time them fix a road, rain come. No, sir, me not sympathize with them. Road not supposed to mash up like our road mash up in Jamaica because rain fall. So that is an indictment against them. So the new police commissioner can fix the road them too. Yeah, because we have to do multitasking now. It's a multiplicity of things that happen in Jamaica. We need the commissioner of police to help them fix the road. You understand? Because we have to crisscross ministries now, you know. You hear them say the Bobby Montague is the worst performing minister in the JLP government. You know, I hear them say that. You hear them take a poll in there. So I'm done answer the poll and say, if it's the worst performing minister, don't tell lie upon the man, man. The man was commissioner of police for a little while and that couldn't help the crime thing. You understand? You need to give him more time. But really and truly, maybe they should have put a minister of works. Yeah, they should have put him a minister of work because every week I have to come talk about this thing. I sound like a scratch record, don't it? No, I sound like a scratch record. Shamara said I sound like a scratch record. Where I scratch up, I mean, I still play it and make it on CD. Anyway, okay. So we have a thing where we are really confronted. So, over the past 2 weeks or so, we are here about funeral group entities. The funeral group identified 120 rogue operators who are corrupt public officials. You're serious? The Jamaica Association of Certified Embalmers and Funeral Directors has identified 120 rogue operators. It says are threatening the integrity of the business and often engage in corrupting public officials. Here we go again about the corruption of public officials. Okay. Good afternoon, sir.
Good afternoon, Muta.
Oh, is a lady?
No, man, Calvin Lynn, but I'm not an old man.
All right, Mr. Lynn.
I'm only a super senior citizen.
I love that. I love that. For a person who work with the dead, you have a very high spirit, man.
You got to cheer up the bereaved relatives.
True. All right. What is this? You're the president of the Jamaica Association of Certified Embalmers and Funeral Directors, right?
Yes, sir. I was elected to office last year, September.
So let me ask you a question. What the hell is going on here to know where you have these uncertified, rogue operators?
Yes, that's a good word. Yes.
That sound like taxi man, then we are called rogue taxi man when I have no license them thing there.
Worse than that, because this is a dignified profession that they are bringing down to the gutters into disrepute. Because they have no training, no dignity, no compassion.
God. That sounds like the road worker then. The man
yes,
fix the road.
We have had information from one in particular who is a corporal of police who told us that he has 2 years left into the force and he has to get rich. So he is in business. First of all, he came to my wife and asked her if she could teach him how to dress the bed.
Wait, hold on there.
Yeah,
one of them tell you say them have 2 years to get rich?
That is the police corporal, and I'm at line.
A police corporal tell you that?
Currently working in the force. He has been
so you don't report him?
He has been reported to. His matter has been investigated, I'm told, but I have to hear this because it is a total disgrace.
So, all right, tell me the bandulism we are going between them and the
all right?
Yeah.
Okay. To continue with this case, after he disrespected my wife to say that, well, you know, he has that time left in the force and he has to get rich. He started a business shortly after. We had to do a removal from where he stored the body at the particular time, at the request of the relatives, of course. So he charged the person $95,000 just for the weekend, I'm told. I have the copy of the receipt too. That was given to us by the relatives. And that he said he was not going to the storage for the remains. We have to go. So my wife said, why charge the people so much when you are not retrieving the body? That is when he ruled to her. That she's old, she's been busy a long time, she's to come out and leave it to them. That is the type of situation in it today, Master Mutabaruka. Tell me. All right, let me give you a recent case. Last week, the 28th, we were called by the police to do a removal from a storage place in Manchester. Good. What happened? The young man, 13 years of age, died while vomiting. We don't know if he suspected food poisoning. Put that aside. His mother also took sick. When the young man was rushed to the hospital in Manchester here, he was pronounced dead. His mother was being rushed into the hospital to get some help. She was vomiting.
The mother?
Yes, she was vomiting too. The police, who is supposed to be the investigating officer, called that unregulated funeral home to do the removal. So they had the body there for about a week. When he should have called the contractors, whether it be Lynn, John, Tom, or Mary. Okay, that wasn't done until a week after. So no, the man operating that place is demanding $75,000 from the mother. She just left my office downstairs. I just left downstairs. I spoke with her, and I'm upstairs speaking with you from my office. So I told her to tell him, should he call back, to go to the police who called him, and then to the soup in Manchester.
So you feel say the police and him are work together?
Well, my friend, I can tell you this. One policewoman 2 years ago admitted to me and Miss Thompson, one of my senior reps, that she is touting for the same place. You know what was the case? We were called by the family to do the removal. I'm being personal away, but they are talking about the association later. It affects all of us. And that when my team was there waiting to get the clearance from the police to do the removal, you know what my team heard the woman saying?
Yeah.
Asking the relatives, can you afford Lynn's? And then when she convinced them, she called her friend.
Okay.
They are being paid.
And these are not members of the
association?
The association.
No, they could never be because they are not trained. We have to. The trained partition funeral service director.
Yeah.
You got to have your certificate. You have to have your 2 science subjects minimum. Your compulsory in English and math to go and do the course.
Yeah, but let me ask you something.
Certified.
But let me ask you something. If all of that are going, how the government did who's supposed to be responsible for them things?
Good question. Let me go back into history. nearly 18 years ago, but let me fast forward according to the new style, 2009 February, a senior official then who was a doctor in charge told me, my wife and I were present, that the bill was ready to regulate the industry to take to Parliament in June. When next June coming to 9 years, if we can subtract another.
9 years, yeah.
Since that, nothing. 2014, I have a copy on my desk here, which I gave to another station yesterday. And it is saying, guidelines for the operation of funeral establishments and mortuaries. Ministry of Health, Jamaica, 2014, August, signed by 3 officials. This draft has been there, and although this minister government is in office since 2 years, but from that time till now, nothing has been done. So we from the association been trying to implore, impress, beg, almost beseech for the government to pass a regulation. Let me read one of the parts in the regulations for you. Quickly. All right. Page 7, 4A. Requirements of funeral establishments and mortuaries. A funeral establishment shall be operated, managed, and supervised by a funeral director / undertaker / mortician who has been trained and obtained certification / qualification from an accredited institution. Only to say, sorry, we don't have that in Jamaica yet. But that can come, but at a later they talk about the present time. So all of us who are certified, we studied abroad. All we are saying from the association, level playing field we want, open business, open playing field, go get certified and open your business in the right way.
But that sounds like the same thing I go on with the taxi service, with the unlicensed thing, them where the government even them allow it to go on for continue, just like what you were saying, we're not your business.
Yeah, and we ask the question why.
Yeah. Why you think say it go on so long and nobody know nothing about it?
Well, we hear sus, but we can't say it on the radio.
No, but a sus, so you can't say it on the radio.
Well, sus is that you have people in high places who are mixed up in it.
Oh, them will get licked down. Yeah, they could end up in the mark too. All right.
But,
let me ask you a question.
Go ahead.
This argument about the new thing we are going on with the youth, them we are kill people. Where them are use the embalming fluid and thing. Oh, that
the news said that, but I can't swear. I don't think it's the formaldehyde. What I know that the embalming fluid, formaldehyde can be accessed, whatever. For instance, now we of the certified people who embalm, we have to get permission, a permit, a license from the Ministry of Health, Pharmaceutical Division, to import these chemicals that we use because we are trained to use them. And that these people are not. So the argument about embalming, yes, if someone soaks the cigarette, whatever, into the fluid and it dries out and they smoke it and they get high, all I can say is slow death.
Let me ask you a question. As a person who, you say you have to go through certain process like science and this and that to get certified.
Yeah.
Tell me, what is it that is in the embalming fluid that will cause a person to react in the manner that we claim that it's alleged that they might react? Because I don't know.
I would be able to give you all the details because the components, ingredients that makes up the embalming fluid has different items. But I know formaldehyde is one such.
And that is the possibility that substance in that fluid could have caused a reaction like that?
I can't swear, but I will just have to ask.
I don't want you to swear.
The experts in those fields of medicine to explore that.
Because I really like find out what is it that is happening when I can't to where I hear that the youth them like lace the herbs with it and then smoke it and then start talk about kill and collect.
For the country and the protection, the Ministry of Health should get their scientists going to that, because in the same way we are saying, why it should be open as it is. No, we have to protect the public's health. Because you have hepatitis B, jaundice, all other communicable diseases, We have to get our anti-tetanus and other inoculations, on a regular basis.
Yeah.
We do that because of how we are trained and things. And it's also a requirement in the Ministry of Health regulation that we have here.
Yeah, well,
so the key thing is just for the ministry to get the law passed.
Yeah, but if they're not certified, why allow that to pass with them clamp down upon them?
Well, as I said, that is in the hands of the government to deal with it.
Yeah, if you're not certified, that means that you're working unlawfully. And if you're working unlawfully, you're supposed to stand the consequence of that. So I'm not trying to figure out why you have to go through a law to get that. It's not part of the group thing. It's not. I mean, anybody can just open a mag.
Well, that as it is today. But most of these, unregulated, they don't have any storage. They store.
Oh, yeah, them go to pack it up in the refrigerator.
That is also information we have had. But
no, we say it as a joke,
But it's not a joke. We have had reports of such. You want me to add to that?
We say it as a joke, I should say it as true.
No, we have had reports whereby, because of whatever reason, some of them would take the bodies from the place of storage, whether it be St. Anne, Kingston, St. Elizabeth, or where, and take it to their premises, keep it overnight, and dress it and take the body to funeral tomorrow morning. Man.
You know, it's a joke me to say it as, and the man confirm it, say it. So what them do? Yes. Turn the fridge upside down, turn the fridge flat and...
Well, I really don't know. I've never
horizontal?
I really don't
and put the dead body in there?
To make it more vertical.
No, what a terrible thing that. No, seriously. Mama. Give me
I laugh, but it is a serious situation, Brother Muta.
No, let me ask you something now. Because this is a serious thing now.
It is.
All right. I just said something to you in joke. And you are trying to tell me, say, you actually have people who do that?
It is happening. Yesterday, the other host from the other station said that before I even said it, because he has had the report.
So them take the body them and carry go to the yard and put in a fridge?
Well, I don't know. It's under tree in a garage. I don't know where. We're talking about garage. Last year, this was in the news, whereby this operator, so-called, was on his veranda over Portmore area. And the TV took him up and it was highlighted, and understand that this particular minister ordered that the place be closed and so on. I don't know what happened since.
Yeah.
Because like I said, they don't have any storage. They just go and hustle and rent a place at a plaza or operate from home. Some operate from whatever is called a suitcase. Yeah. And they visit the hospitals, the morgues, and places where the autopsies are done on behalf of the government.
Yeah.
Like none of us from the association are contracted to the government to store the tragic cases and sudden death.
Well, it's on our way. All right, on a lighter note, in your place of where you have the body them, you ever go in the later night yet to look if any of them come out?
Well, but here it is now. I've not heard any rumbling, but we are there any hours a night. Remains are taken in, and so on.
And you never see a dope yet?
No, there's no such thing as a dopey.
No, me just ask for people.
No, but I'm answering you. It's part of our culture, Mota.
Me know.
When I was a boy, I don't send catching truck and send moonshine night and banana.
Leaf a shake, them say.
In the moonlight, a mangoes run and the cane trash. You say all kind of things.
Our cow get over chain and rock, them say a rolling car.
That is how they used to fool us.
Yeah.
For rolling calf and dish runner with the spoon.
Yeah. All right. So, how long you in the business? How long you in this thing?
Next Monday, what is 13th?
Yeah.
The 20th, sorry.
Yeah.
44 years.
44 years, you angle dead body?
And it's a 3 generation. My wife and myself started.
You're serious?
The daughter, grandson. And that goes for other members, who their children are now, because they see the dignity in the profession, where they're willing to go the long haul, right? Some of us going to go under soon, some gone already, whereby we continue the service in that dignified and professional way for the relatives of the deceased to be comforted and satisfied.
Look here, we need to go now, but I want to tell you something. Believe you me, I don't like know if when somebody, anybody ever come in your office and when you look on them, you say, but what you sitting down in front of me, you should be in the morgue.
Not quite. Not quite.
Anyway, give thanks.
We respect
I'm sorry for really saying mama and them something there. I choose Mother's Day. that Mother's Day is true. Woman Day, me keep as a mother, you know.
Yes.
Yes, but well, where's your place?
We are at 1 Ridgemount Crescent in Mandeville, and that is.
Oh, Mandeville, me don't know the people with that long so. Me don't know. You don't get no business from me.
No man, no worry about
Come
that.
on,
We are
people,
island wide. We are international.
Oh, you're island wide?
We ship our bodies to England as far as India already.
Wait, you take body from India, bring come down here, so I take them from here to go up
the deceased died in a crash. He was here working with a church.
Okay.
And he died in the accident, and we ship his remains back.
So you're big business then?
Well, we try to serve, because as you probably know, I'm mixing up things now. I am a past political representative, local.
Oh, you're a political.
Huh?
But you want the crime go down. You don't want the crime increase that you can get more business.
No, to the contrary,
Yeah.
It is to go down because, you see, we know that it was ordained for man to die, and it is inevitable that we're going to die. So, like we said before, we have the patience for someone to die at the will of God when the time comes, and then we do the necessary respectful service.
But you don't like the crime rate go down, though?
Of course.
Okay.
As I told you before, I serve in Parliament already, not boasting. And I help pass laws. So the fact remains
what party was represented?
I was one of 45 there in 1989.
No, what party?
Okay, Michael Manley, PNP then.
Oh, yeah, PNP, okay. All right, sir, give thanks, yeah?
The whole island know about Calvin Lynn.
Okay, I never know about you at all, trust me.
Well, look at, you know, the island, you're St. Mary.
Yeah, I know. You know when you see them now. I'm afraid when a person working with dead people, tell them know when we live,
But the association is comprised of about nearly 20 members now from across the 14 parishes.
Yeah. All right. Yeah. So we could get something clear now.
Yes.
You want the government to take more action against these?
No. Let me put it my way. Just to pass the regulation that will control and regulate the funeral industry as outlined in their document, so that everybody would be on a level playing field and to serve the bereaved relatives to repeat dignity and respect.
And you can't tell me exactly what is it that happened chemically in the body when the youth them claims that the youth them put this embalming thing upon them ganja
No, not really. What I can tell you is that when you embalm the body, the chemical that you use, it helps to sanitize, preserve, to get a proper presentation, so that the body would look lifelike.
Okay.
And not.
So maybe some of them people come out and Okay, all right. Thank you very much.
And all of us who are trained, we are doing that.
Okay, Mama. Calvin.
Yes. If you said, ma'am, not wrong, is that?
No, it's wrong. Sorry, I'm very sorry.
Let me boast again. Next September, I'll be 80 years of age. I'm not an old man. I'm just a super senior.
You're 80 years old?
When September comes.
You sound like you're in your 30s.
Thank you very much, sir. What a compliment.
Your husband dead?
No, man, I am the husband. My wife is down.
No! All right, we're going to do the interview here. Trust me.
Well,
Trust me, we're going to do the interview here because I get mixed up.
Continued.
Eh? No, you know it's what? You sound so fresh and young, you know. You sound so fresh and young that it's like, you know, the way that so I apologize. Trust me, I apologize for mix up your I apologize.
That is good humor. You don't need to. When you don't know, you don't know.
Yeah, true. But but you keep saying it. I'm still at the foolishness.
Well, my wife I feed me good, and me behave.
Your wife I feed you good?
I me behave myself.
All right. Are your wife I eat it too?
No. Me not talk her age, but I below that.
Wow. Yeah, okay. All right, sir.
All right, Muta.
Give thanks. Boy, I tell you, this is weird, man. I keep saying the same foolishness. The voice sounds so, you understand? Yeah, it's very difficult to remember. I look at the name, I say Lynn instead of Calvin. Is owner operator of Lynn's Funeral Home, president of the Jamaica Association of Certified Embalmers and Funeral Directors. We're talking about this not regulated people who is creating havoc, and you have officials who is in league with them and who is collecting people money, you know, under false pretenses. It's like another extortion thing, you know what I mean? Okay, so, wow. Yes, this is the stepping razor. But I'm feeling so funny with that interview a while ago, mixing up the genders. You know what I mean? So, anyway, all right. So, we have a brother named Carl Hill.
Yes.
Good afternoon, sir.
Good afternoon, sir.
Oh, you know, man. Wait, a Montego Bay still live or you used to live at Montego Bay?
I live born and grow Montego Bay and still live at Montego Bay.
Which part of Montego Bay?
No, from Albion Lane, Green Pond. No.
Oh, so you don't know Potosi there? You don't know Janzal?
What you mean, man?
You know Potosi?
The whole of them places.
Black
man.
shop?
Then in them time, the man no sister. A sister, the brethren, the constable shot me. You know. In them time,
Up to the brother shot you?
Eh?
Which part of the brother shot you?
In a my lane, Albion Lane.
Oh, I think Upper Potosi, you see a man shot you.
No, man. 1970 this one.
Oh, a long time business. So, all right. So what now? So tell me about what go on. So, a man get to shot you. You da fire after him. You laugh.
One night, me I go home and the man attack me and shot the man.
Just like so.
Eh?
Him think you was a statue, or him just shot you so. Him just shot you so.
Well, it was a feeling going on from a gang leader, you know, and just.
So you da say you's a farmer gang leader?
Well, after me get shot now,
you become gang leader.
A gang leader.
Oh, you see, explain that to me, how that go. So what, you was a Christian before and then them shot you become a gang leader?
After me get shot. But after me lost my leg, man now from Albion Lane that I was.
Wait. Are you shooting while you lose your leg?
Yeah, man.
You serious?
You know what? You make me the email the chick, the lady, a 2-page.
Yeah, but me not read the 2-page. I should read the 2-page. But you tell me, say you have your leg amputated.
Yeah, man. Then in the 2-page, there, you know, it's you know that.
So is a shot cause that?
Yeah, man.
So is it 2 foot gone or one?
One.
Then 1 foot man a turn gang leader. I don't understand that. Or done man.
At the power of the brain, you know.
All right. I love that. All right. So tell me what go on so now after them shoot you.
But after me get shot, the man from Albion Lane, Gully, Canterbury, Bottom Gully, Canterbury, Green Pond, Glendevan, and several little more areas in the town. Join force with Fisto Gang, that you call it, or whatever name again, Big Mix.
That's in a while. Which year that you talk about?
We are talking about 1970, man.
Oh, a long time something. That before scamming and all them something there. Yeah. Them days there was drug days.
Eh?
Them days there was drugs days.
Them days there was them days that had birth at the drugs days.
Cocaine and ganja, yeah.
Yeah, them days at the birth yeah. Fister now, him are the leader for the Big Mix gang. Him was the biggest weed man in a Montego Bay.
Yeah.
I want to tell you, say, I go down in Jamaica too.
All right, you don't need to call no more name though.
So, eh?
You don't need to call no name, you know.
Yeah, so anyway, I'm dead now, I'm gone.
Yeah, me know, but me just tell you, say you don't need to call no more name. Yeah.
Okay, all right, we're not going no further and all that. Yeah, so this young thing now, they go on from them time there, and in my opinion, which that's where I go, from them time till now, my brother, he was the first young leader, in Canterbury. Anyway, from them time till now, over 50 years now, all of the gang them where they operate now in Jamaica. them have the operate in some one of them on the shoes.
Oh, yeah?
You understand?
Mm-hmm.
So what I'm proposing now is to have a symposium where me as a old-timer and other young leader that alive now
Yeah.
can just put it to them how great them are, because
How great who is? The youth them, right?
the youth them,
The young them.
yeah, because from them
What make them great? What make them great?
what make them great now?
Yeah.
All right, from in them time, the 70s,
Yeah.
young man travel around the world
Yeah.
to reach America. And when them reach America, at the same young thing,
They buck them up.
but same young thing, every week mothers receive them son in a coffin.
Mm.
For over 50 years, when one young leader fall, another one rise.
Yeah.
For over 50 years, young members going to jail, leaving their children,
Yeah.
and accepting living in human condition at jail.
Yeah.
Over 50 years, young members choose to dress and profile as a suspect,
Mm.
and at times beaten and framed by police. For over 50 years, ghetto community remain the same. Police raids
Same
seem
way,
to be the norm.
Yeah, the same place I was ghetto 50 years ago, the same place I'm a ghetto now.
At the same place, them,
Yeah.
you know. For
So-
over 50 years, young activities rob children of the ghetto communities the pleasure of having their school friends visit.
Mm.
For over 50 years, young activities raise a fear in Jamaica society. For over 50 years, young activities create a booming business for the gun dealers. For over 50 years, young activities create more income for lawyers.
Yeah.
For over 50 years, young activities create jobs for burglar bar
The mark.
maker, burglar bar big business keep on growing. For over 50 years, young activities create business for security firms. More security firms expanding.
Yeah.
Security guards employed in great numbers. Security equipment business expanding.
All right, so let me ask you a question.
Mhm.
As a long time man from them time, you know,
Yeah.
what is it that you used to do? Why you claim being a gang leader? What is it that a gang leader do to become a gang leader?
Well, a man, I don't know for the rest of the man, them, you know.
No, you may attack.
Yeah, me.
Yeah.
Me was just a man, you know, me grow up coming up from a youth, identifying my role models. And me live to be like and live to be like my role models. So while me going to school, me raising hog and goat and pig and fowl and, you know,
Yeah.
pigeon and everything. So from me, by the time me graduate now, me have enough money to go in a business.
Mm.
So while me in business now, me get shot.
Yeah.
So the man, them in my community now, take up arms and the gang war continue.
So them as a reprisal thing for you being shot.
Yes, to me being shot.
Yeah.
So me, you know, the on the side now, me have to the, me have to the PLI, have to man, me have to the help man, me have to the help finance.
So them did find the man them who shot you. Them did find the man them who shot you.
Well, the man who shot me, him be dead.
Yeah.
But the war not go on, man.
Okay. The war
Yeah,
stop
and
now. The war stop or still a go on.
Eh?
The war stop or still a go on.
Well, that war is still in some man head.
Because for over 50 years,
yeah.
you did it so, and
What young man?
the
what
man grew
young
up and born
man-
and come here about that.
Yeah. But the man and man now, they fight different type of war now.
Okay.
But everything coming off of the vine.
Yes.
Yeah. So is what my request now. My idea is if over 50 years, me get shot 1970, and in the lane when me were born, the youth them still from 1970, the youth them still there.
Same way.
Still there waiting to be attacked or attacking.
Yeah.
So that take greatness.
So where you want happen now? Where you want happen? You want a community thing going like a so.
I would have liked to be on a podium with those men, the leaders who are alive now.
Yeah.
On a podium to tell you them how great them are. And a time now for them use them greatness in a positive means.
Yeah, but when I say what is the greatness that them project, why you say them great?
Then if them man they create a thing now where them have Jamaica under lockdown, everybody live in a burglar bar.
Yeah. So you say that make them great.
Then they know them create the thing, you know.
Yeah, me not say no, me not say
and them create opportunity for all of them.
Yeah. Them create employment.
Them create employment.
Yeah.
Multi-billion-dollar employment.
All right, so you want to talk to them to say what? What you want to talk to them to say? Make them stop create employment? You don't expect say you want them create more employment?
Make them create employment for themselves.
Okay.
Hey, Muta, every youth way in the town, you know, have somebody live a country, you know.
Yeah.
Now, right now, if you want a piece of goat meat, it's hard for you what me talk local meat now. It's hard for you get it, you know. It's easier for you get a piece of foreign meat. Now, if them youth there turn them energy in a creating employment by having them family and a country, raise goat and hog and.
You think they want to do that?
Well, if they don't want to eat them, we only can suggest.
But you can't tell them you have to go raise a hog, you know, man. Come like you tell them.
Well, yeah, I mean, you have to try.
No, but me say them youth where you talk about that or no. You can't tell them you have to go raise hog, brethren. Them
go on and create havoc and dead in the process.
All right, so you want to sit down with them. So
you want to get on a podium.
All right, so you use this program and if you call them up or you know them or you can't go to them personally and say you want to do this thing.
No, we want people in authority to arrange this thing where we can.
Or you want the authority for raise, for arrange up something with some man who kill people out there. You still don't tell them so them can't do something else.
Where we can talk to them.
They want to the man them who them kill. They're not supposed to get arrested for it and go to prison.
What about that?
No, me just ask. Me don't know. Me ask you.
Man, you know, man, they in and out of prison, man, they dead. Number two, hey, Muta, number two, this thing, you know, where, all right, my last youth, him not growing a ghetto, you know. And yet, him have the ghetto concept where him in America, the man live America.
Yeah, because America, the whole America ghetto.
And him said him friend go buy weed. The money in some silver and thing when the money. The youth when buy where the youth go buy the weed from. Bring down the money, you know. I don't give the youth no weed.
Yes, so it's a problem that.
Him go back now. My son no go back now. Mad now and in an argument with the youth. The youth mother come out and fling a soda and give the youth his our son, you know. And the son chop my son, our son chop my son pan him man. Now, him go police, she go police station now go tell them say, and my son come to rob them and he chop them. True, my son now have this thing embedded in his head. Say informer.
He dead.
He dead.
I wonder who get that from.
Yeah, him no tell the authority the truth. Me witness my daughter pay a banksman $10,000 cash to get him out of jail.
No,
Just
hold
over
on.
$10,000 for lawyer fee.
Yeah, me understand about that, but you me I say, Bridget.
So, as so far now,
Yeah, you know, you have some man who kill people out there, right? You have some man who kill more than one people, 10.
Yeah.
Like sometimes, nowadays, if you catch one gunman, you're going to clear up all 10 murder. All right, you say no, that the government must call them man they who kill people and make you sit down with them and talk to them to say...
No, we don't want to call nobody. We just want to talk to we just want to make the youth them can understand where
no, you say you want to have a symposium. You say you want to have a symposium.
We want to be on a podium, we have a symposium.
Yeah, but the symposium means you want the people them who you talk to come together and sit down with you.
Sit down and listen with.
Yeah, and you want the government to help you with that.
Well, the government or some some NGO or private people.
So but when I say, why you don't organize that up and call them instead of get the government or the NGO them involved? Why you not do it?
This no cost money, man.
What cost money? If you call the youth them and get to and sit down with them?
Oh yeah.
I will if that me do, you know, I not send no money for it. I will if that me do. Me sit down with man already with big gun pan them knee. Portion of man sit down. I mean sit down there and I say, wait, I will me do down here some brethren. And I tell my brethren say, no, wait, serious. The man them come and they meet with them gun pan their knee. So me I say no. Yeah. I will never call no government. So what me I say with you now, like how you are a call to long time bad man, and you there so now. Why you not take the initiative? Since you say you want to have a symposium, if you call them man, if you sit down with them, because if you go tell the government, if you go call them, if you go, them man should get arrested.
Motor.
Yeah.
Man. We just want somebody free. We just want somebody or a body to arrange the thing.
Then you are going to arrange it, or you are going to arrange it?
No, then we have to go find a way to have the people attend as we can talk to them.
Oh, you mean you can't? Why you can't arrange it? Tell me why you can't arrange it.
Me not have the money.
Money if you arrange and meet with them?
A long time. Hey, Muta, this thing is one thing me have to congratulate the bridge now where we set up this thing after me get shot. Because this thing I know is send me go educate myself.
Yeah. Yeah, but you say after you get shot you turn gangster.
Yeah?
You say after you get shot you turn gangster.
Well, I have to call it that. But what I'm saying now, I use my time out there.
Yeah, for educate yourself.
Educate myself. That's me could have write story, me can write screenplay.
Yeah. So what money? What you need the money to do for call the man them for sit down and talk to them? What you need the money for?
Me don't need the money. Me don't want nobody put no money on me.
No, so what you need? No, you don't say take money. You don't say take money. You know.
Yeah, you take money.
Money for do what?
Me know. We just want fear. Because what I like now to have.
You mean you want to have lunch with me while you're still on with them and coffee and tea and all them something there?
No man. We want have all a sound like a Stone Love and
yeah, no. A dance you want to keep and a symposium you talk about Stone Love.
No, we don't have to entertainment for the man them man.
No, wait no brethren, wait there. You know what is that symposium?
Yeah.
Alright, so you talk about keep a dance. When the dance done the man them gone.
Motor, they don't have to go hear what we have said before.
No, them not must have to hear what I say. If it's a symposium, you call, you go in the community where you know the man them there. Because you sound like you know them. And say, look here, brethren, we really want to sit down with you know, and reason about certain things. You know. Here, we could set a little meeting. We do that all the while. We do that all the while in the community.
Yeah.
All the while we do that in the community. Government don't even know about it. Because we know say some certain man we go there. But we know say wanted. So we not go tell government say, boy, you want to see we go meet some man along the lane, you know. And the man them have them gun strap on them, you understand? So when I say to you now that you as a long time bad man now who know the man them and you know as a new kind of youth them, why you can't call the man them? Because you talk about no Stone Love and dance and man if you have liquor and anything and it don't make no sense, brethren. You go back to the same thing where you say, you know, you keep dancing to the man them to come talk to them. Why you don't go to the man them physically and say, look here, we want you and you and you and you to come sit down with me. You know, sit down in a place where neutral, and talk. Why you have to have no money enough to keep dance and all them something there?
It's not so really, put together have a dance. Right?
Then if you ever get stolen up, the dance you talk about?
Entertainment. Yeah, entertain the youth while them,
While what?
You entertain.
No, where you entertain them while what? While what?
In a Jamaica, in a free world,
No, but your world and my world are different, brethren.
To get people together.
Yeah, but we get people, wait there. No, but we get to, wait there. We go in a holy pack community where we get people together and never talk about not stone love and not dance. Because if you go talk about that now, you have missed the point. You want to sit down with the man them, one-on-one, sit down in one of the back of yard, or sit down in the library, or somewhere, and talk to them. Yes. Where you need money if you go keep a symposium, brethren? Where you going to talk to them about? Where you going to talk to them how great them is? And them need to channel them. You need to channel them greatness to another thing.
We want to show the man themselves. We want to show the man themselves. We want to show the man themselves. Them can use them greatness in a positive means.
So why you tell them no that you have up on the radio? Because this is a bigger symposium than what you don't want to plan.
All right. For instance, now, like the South Spring man them now, the South Spring Massive. Man, one name, Sowasap. Sowasap is a thing, Rasta, where they go for cancer, all kind of years, man. Sowasap, South Spring is a place where produce Sowasap from your youth. I used to go all a South Spring with my grandfather. Go pick Sowasap, cut banana and all them things.
Yeah.
If the youth them put them resource in a planting Sowasap, Rasta, it's a thing. Then the whole of them up, then have land up the man, the whole of them have land up the man.
Okay, so them have land for planting Sowasap. How long Sowasap take for beer?
Yeah. If youth and youth now put them resource in a raising animal.
Yes.
A country.
Yeah.
Them a bad man already, who figure teeth them, nobody who figure teeth for them.
There's no bad man and thief from bad man.
No.
Thief from thief and God laugh,
Yeah, but the thing though continue. Them have to go farm a pack now.
Yeah.
So right now, how we are going to supply Jamaica and the Caribbean with
all right, I'm going to suggest something to you.
Yeah.
All right, I'm going to suggest something to you, right?
Yeah.
There was no bad man. But me know a whole heap of man where we sit down with. And when I have to sit down with them, me know some man where I sit down with. I would suggest to you see?
Yeah.
It appear to me like you know the man them. All you have to do, you go to the man them. Because you're supposed to have some dog behind you there where, them are going to protect you. Because you say you get protected 50 years, you survive and you're still there. That means that you have dog around you will protect you. All right, what me I say to you now? All you have to do, go in the community them, where the man them where you want to talk to, and tell them, say, watch out. We want to keep a little gathering down the road or down the area, And me I gather some man where you and them have an argument, but we want the thing stop. So we're going to know. We're going to keep a little meeting and we're going to talk. What do you think about that? For you go to the man them.
The thing. Well, yeah, that sounds good, yes.
But
this thing I not only fi stop. Them generate them.
Yeah, then you never help them to generate. Then we not go in a community and generate black factory. We generate chicken rearing and all them something there. One man, them no want one road, and the man them from the bottom of the road no want walk up at the top, and the man from the top no want walk down at the bottom. And then we have to go a different project. We have to have black factory up there, so chicken factory up there. So when we go back down the Totorati, the black factory work, the chicken them dead. So I say it don't work. Sometimes it don't work. You see it, and then the man them see man a dance, and the man says to the boy there, and then it start over again. So I say, you as a man sound like you're respected. Because if you was respected, you wouldn't come on the radio and attack them really. Yeah. Everybody know you. You don't have no foot on all them really. So everybody know who you be. So I say to you now, just try what me tell you, man. Try what me tell you. Nobody will wait for stone love and minister of this and that. Just try, let me tell you, go to them, carry your boys them with you, and show them, say, watch out, we want to stop this thing because it now benefit nobody. And when we stop it, we want to see what we can do productively for work the thing. I mean, I have symposium right as or no. Look how the symposium nice as or no.
Yeah.
It's a symposium, I have your right as or no, But here, what the symposium can't go on no longer because we have advertisement to take. So we have to do the conversation. So I ask you if you just really do it. Just go in at the community them where you know. You understand? Where you know the man them there. You just mentioned some community a while ago. I know them community there. Because maybe me used to live. You understand? I mean, I say, it just, you need to do that, brethren. You need to do that. Because you survive. A long time you survive. Because I know only a man they dead long time. Drugs man, gun man, all sort of man. Them dead long time. So when me hear you talk now, me know say, well, this brother is a survivor.
Anyway, more I just like to show the youth themselves. Man, just like how I survive.
Yes.
Them can survive too.
All right.
See? And me coming up from my youth, me even know, say, me could have learned, say, I go take 4 months and 2 weeks to have kids.
Yeah.
They act the same. And I showed them kind of hard work there.
Yeah.
Make me could have owned my place of business at age 21.
Okay. So what am the youth them round you know? Them have goat and thing out where? Rare.
Well, right now, the youth, them, them not raise nothing. Them just sit down.
But you see that but you have some man round you see you talk about other man. You have some man round and you not inspire the man them round you. You need to inspire the man them round you.
Hey, Muta.
You have to make man dance, you have to dance here before you dance abroad,
Yeah.
So if you have some man round where say them keep your life all long now and them really know for just nail on them life, them man they should have do what you are say, the other man them should have do. Because maybe when you know the amongst them road that do the same thing where you think say them nah do.
Yeah.
See, so you need to inspire them man around you to say, look dog, watch I saw this thing I go make a work out the thing, You see like how me and the parade and I tell people about them for go great and them thing there. Make us start that thing right so that people in the community can see say me I do this thing here and then it does trickle down to another man, see it. How it sound?
Yeah, it's on positive.
Because I know say only part of the man them when they round you, them are dig out them them hand niggle every morning. Have little plastic cup of walk around with liquor in there. And maybe you agree too.
Well, me, hey,
you see, that stumble there, we don't say I did right, stumble.
Say my old man now was a man with drink no problem.
Yeah.
And me make a pledge, say, me not make nothing, no substance at all.
Make it turn you like your father.
Ask me to shortchange my family.
Yeah, I true.
And me live with that.
Let me tell you something about me now. The last time me drink rum, you see?
Yeah.
When I was like a teenager, my mother get married. And she have big wedding ceremony, Big this and that. No, I get one now. Me I look on the cake on the table, and me I look on the rum punch, and I drink the rum punch, and when I wake up, the session done, married, done, cake, guitar, and I say, never again. But I never touch rum, and from me about 15 years old.
Yeah.
I mean, never touch rum again. As a matter of fact, that even beer me want to drink. Because anytime I remember the cake, I remember what I never get another mother cake, red cake. I remember the bully and nice things that go on inside it. So I said, no, I don't want no more rum for drink and stuff. So it's a thing. Anyway, brethren, you have to move still,
Yeah, man. Hey, Muta, me never drink a full drink of rum.
Neither me. Me. Me just sip it and get drunk and go sleep and then wake up and get vexed.
But I just love to see the youth, them,
yeah.
Tell themselves, anything me can do, them can do it.
Yeah, you can do anything, them can do anything better than you.
Because anything me can do, them can do it. Them greater than me.
All right, sir.
As some would I like the youth.
So me like you. Me like you, Trust me. Me don't know you, but me like you.
Yeah.
Yeah, you sound, me like you.
Yeah, man. Hey, Muta, the man them send me go, me have enough writing me have,
Yeah, that's another argument that though, another conversation that. You have to get a publisher.
Right.
Call Shamara and ask her about that part, right? Yeah? The same lady where you send almost 10 pages of writing to, where we never get to read and she read it. Call Shamara. Yeah, she have contacts. Shamara have contacts. She's one of the producers, big producer at RFM. So call her, yeah?
Call who you say?
Shamara. Ask for Shamara. The same person we communicate with to get this interview, yeah, man.
Okay, yeah. Mm-hmm.
Yes, she have the links, the contacts all over. All international contacts she have. All right?
Okay.
And you me talking, I'm not talking about the other people who are listening to you, you know. I don't want to come flood up the thing that you me talk to. You understand?
Me know.
All right, Richard, give thanks, yeah?
Yes, Muta, me big up you them one more time.
All right, go on.
You're great, man. Just using a greatness in a positive means, Rasta. Jamaica is nice.
Yes.
Yeah,
all right.
man.
Yeah, man.
Love.
Give thanks. Yes. Carl Hillman, long time. I don't know if it's a gunman or a bad man. I could say gang leader. Because when I say gunman, they don't see come on, but I remember to wait, and brother, them still alive. All right. Man, take a beer. We give thanks enough for him bravery, for really come on the radio for talk, you understand, and what we want to do. I mean, I suggest something else because, trust me, I have experience of that thing that were unbelievable. For years, we are going to a certain community and it's just kind of weird. Yeah, I'm going to a community already, I ask myself, what I do there, you know. No, serious, I'm going to some community and say, what I do there, so that's that. When you know, it feels if you sit down with some man with a strap. Brian, you ever come on somewhere, you go down the hallway because I see your face for most wanted the other day. You ever, that said police in your face, yo, I see your face for TV. Yeah, Jamaica 20 most wanted. Look at, you know how it feel. Like me I talk about like 10, 11 o'clock at night because the man and I keep nothing a day, you know. At night, them I keep it, and them say, Muta, long time you come around saying, understand? The man, they respect you around there, you know. I saw them go and say, respect me? And them say, yeah, man, I mean. And so when you go around the bridging, and you talk to them, the man, them strap up, and sit down, so, and just ease back, so, and you talk to them, and you say, all right, what sense is making now? Because this is come like it not make no sense at all. We don't know where we are to do, you understand? And you try to do things. But you know, say if it's even one man, yeah, if it's even one man, because later on you see them, you know. And I say, more time, remember time you come along in my community there and you talk to me like that. You want to start a little program with the car. But then you have the other side right now, when you go in a community and you see a brethren and you say, what your name? Him say, Tony. And then when you go back there, you say, where Tony them? Say, well, you answer, man shot him that night, you know. You say, right. I see the man the man who tell you say a man shot him the other night. You say, where you name? And the man say, Trigger. And you say, Trigger? Where you get the name of Trigger from? I say, Muta, where you talk about? Where you go like you idiot, so? Go and swear. Nobody don't use it. The man say, Muta, where you go like you idiot, so? Why you think I'm going to name Trigger? You see? Like me, I wonder why I'm going to name Popcorn. You know, see, because that popcorn where you eat a theater, you know. You understand? Yeah, I know where we some card where we work with. You understand? So it's like, so them community there, me don't know. You have to just go and do me, so. Believe you me, you have to go and do me, so. Because I know certain things. Because you can't talk, so, you know. But you see the reality and the situation in the community, a different thing. Someone say, well, Muta can't talk, I'm talking about, a man shot my brethren last night, you know, I dope him, I'm going to make tomorrow, you understand? So you know, man, say, why kill and collect and smoke and forget. And when you look on him, them look like the man them where, the man a while ago, Calvin Lynn, ready for Calvin Lynn, Amandeville. And a Lynn. No, Calvin Lynn? Yeah. I'm ready, like him ready for, you know, see him on the thing, man, I'm ready for Calvin Lynn, you know. Man say, kill him. Wait a minute. Kill him, collect. Smoke and forget. No, that ringing at me, yes, you know, from a seat, it just penetrate my brains, you know, that I say you have youth, I think that, you know. Well, anyway, I step in razor. Yes, we have a thing we're going to start named Click the Clip. Last week we actually started, you know, where we play a clip about things that rich people do that poor people don't do. I think that poor people do that rich people don't. I think that poor people do that rich people don't do. We're going to play a clip and we're going to have it as a feature. We want the people them in an area from a town here where I say, Bev, Jackie, we are calling, you know, all right, you know where we are talking to, you know. We're going to start this thing every week after 5, named Click the Clip. And it is about motivation and it is about information for the next level, you understand? So, when I look out for that feature, we have, okay, the hour between 4 and 5 were Guineas made of more. You know, say, I want to tell you, say, all of them are there when me do. All of them promotion I do, you know the people them stop me. Them say, Muta, come for your portion and me like how you do the hard them, you know. We are tell you, believe you, I've had from a Vigaton, from Vigaton, the man that was sponsored the Vigaton. Him say, Muta, you get the Vigaton? I say, yeah, but I want you to say. Him say, no, man, you're supposed to get more than that, because them love what you do. The true Jews. I don't go for the true. I just remember for ask Tony. I want to ask Tony or Simone. Simone, what's your name? Simone, for the woman when I did that interview from True Jews, you know, she promised me a couple creator, quart back like True Jews. So, you can get Tony or Simone to give me her name. I go for it and then now. I don't drink Guinness, but I know people who drink Guinness. You understand? So, yes. So, I'm going to advertise it. Guinness, they were between 4 and 5. Made of more. You understand? Okay. We're going to talk to Reverend. I know they said the female them get big now in all this religious thing. Reverend Mary Wildish. Reverend Mary Wildish. We should call it. Good afternoon.
Good afternoon, Muta. How are you?
Oh, just don't let me know you saw.
I don't know, but it's good to be on your show. Thank you very much for having me.
Where are you?
I am in Montego Bay right now.
Oh, you're not in trouble area. That is beautiful.
Yes.
Okay. All right. I am seeing this thing here and I'm trying to figure out what is happening. Trumpet Call Ministries. What is Trumpet Call Ministries?
All right. Trumpet Call Ministries is a church, Muta. It's a church that is in Montego Bay that has a heart for the nation of Jamaica and to see Jamaica change. And so that's what we're about.
What denomination is this?
We really want to see God move in this country in a supernatural way.
What denomination are you?
It's an independent, charismatic church.
Oh, the charismatic. Okay.
Right.
So what you want to do Jamaica that is not being done now by the other churches? What are you offering to the people them that the other churches is not offering?
Well, Muta are really not in competition with any churches, nor to say what people are not offering. But what we're doing is that this month, the last 2 governments of Jamaica have cried out and said that Jamaica needs supernatural intervention. And you and I know that.
No, divine intervention.
Right here in Montego Bay right now.
No, look here, hello, they said divine intervention.
Yes, right. Divine intervention, anything that's divine intervention must have a supernatural element, right? Because
no, I don't agree with you, but continue.
It's above and beyond the natural.
Yes.
And so we are having an event called Supernatural Encounter Jamaica on April 20th and 21st here in Montego Bay.
Okay.
And we are really inviting people. Whenever you take the super out of the natural, all you have left is the natural, right? And so if we have a God that only relates to us in the realm of the natural, then he really cannot just be God. He is a supernatural God. And I know from my own walk with God, I'd gone to church for many years, Musa, and encountered an intellectual God. But when I encountered a supernatural God, everything about my life changed. And I believe, Musa, that this is a time where God is moving in the earth, that we have tried to define God by our natural intellect. But yet the Bible says that he is a God of signs, wonders, and miracles. He's a God of power. He still heals the sick. He still raises the dead. He still delivers people from addictions and bondages. And I believe that we're in a season where God is restoring his power.
Can I ask you something? All right, wait. You say some things that I can't see long I don't make it say it. What I'm all right, you say God is moving.
Yeah.
So is God omniscient and omnipresent?
Absolutely, he's omniscient.
If God is omnipresent,
he's always there.
If God is omnipresent, what is this movement that you're talking about? Because God don't need to move to be everywhere at every time.
Being everywhere and every time don't mean you're moving. That's true. So
no, but you said God is moving. You said God is moving.
Earth, right? So what God is doing now, and I've seen it right in our own church, Musa, God is moving in the supernatural.
From where to where is he moving from? Where is he moving from to where is he moving to?
He is moving from within his people to minister to a people that he loves. And we are seeing God do some awesome things in this season where people's lives, Musa, we live in a generation where people need an encounter with God. There are people that have cancer that the doctors have given over to death. Yes. There are people that are oppressed. There are people that are addicted. The Xanax and Prozac are not helping.
Yes.
And they need an encounter with a God that loves them, that cares for them.
And you are there now to supply that. You are here to supply that.
Sorry, say that again?
You are here through your ministry to supply that encounter.
Sorry, I don't understand what you just said.
All right. You say, you're telling me what Jamaican people need. And I'm saying now that your fellowship is here to provide that encounter that the people need.
Well, what I am saying is that I don't know one person, Muta, in this world that doesn't have a need and that doesn't have some kind of need in their family, in their finances, in their health. And I believe that God is the answer to that need. You know, the Bible says that Paul says in Scripture, our speech and our preaching should not be with just enticing words of man's wisdom, but with a demonstration of the Spirit's power, so that our faith might not stand in the wisdom of man, but in the power of God.
Yes, so I'm asking you, Mama. Mama, wait, no, remember say, hello, remember saying that on the pulpit, you know.
Yeah,
I'm saying to you,
I
am saying to you that what you're saying that the people need now, this is what your ministry has to offer the people. That is what you're saying.
I'm saying that's what God has to offer the people.
So who's keeping the encounter, the supernatural encounter?
Right. So the supernatural encounter is being held by churches across the station. It's going to be in Montego Bay.
Yeah, but don't it's people doing it? It's people in Montego Bay doing it.
Well,
the people them is coming. The people who need the help is coming to some people in Montego Bay.
We are spearheading it with the St. James Ministers Fraternal and churches across this nation.
That's what I am saying. So it's not really God them coming to, it's the people them who claim that supernatural power that is given to them by God.
Well, yes, God does give us supernatural power, and God is ready to pour out his love and his power to a people. And over these next 2 days...
All right, when is it keeping? Tell me when it's keeping. When is it keeping?
It is going to be keeping at the Montego Bay Convention Center, April 20th and 21st. It is 2 venues, 1 event. So it starts at the Mobay Convention Center April 20th. The 21st starts at 1 o'clock on April 20th. On the 21st, it starts at 10 a.m. And then we're meeting for a mass miracle crusade.
So who is this international pastor that you're bringing? Who is this international pastor?
We're bringing a pastor out of Miami. His name is Maldonado. Guillermo Maldonado.
No.
And we are bringing him in to be part of this event.
What is his claim to fame?
Well, really, I don't think he thinks that way, Muta.
No, I don't think that way. I am saying it. What is his claim? Why are you bringing this specific person, this pastor?
Yes, Muta. Yes, he carries a strong anointing to see the sick healed, to see those that are oppressed with addiction set free.
So where is he from? Where in America is he from?
He is actually Latin American. He's from one of the Latin American nations.
You know, which Latin America?
He lives in America right now.
Oh, so there's no people in Latin America that need to be healed?
There certainly are.
Okay, but Jamaica need it more.
Sorry?
But Jamaica need him more than where he's coming from.
Oh, I wouldn't say that. I just think that we right now need Jesus Christ, Mutabaruka.
Okay.
We need
and where he's coming from, them have him already.
What?
Okay, it seems like if we're having a hearing problem here. Okay, so, all right, can you remember, just tell me the time again, the place, and when?
Yes, it will be an event that's held at the Montego Bay Convention Center.
Yes.
April 20th and 21st.
Yes.
It starts on April 20th at 1 o'clock p.m. and it reconvenes April 21st at 10 a.m. to 4 p.m. And then April 21st, we will be at Sunfest Park, starting at 6 o'clock. Papa San will be with us. Jermaine Edwards will be with us. And there is no cost. It is free.
Okay.
And we're calling all Jamaicans. We're calling the church. We're calling any Jamaican out there. If you're sick, if you're oppressed, if you're addicted, if you need an encounter,
a supernatural
with the living
encounter.
God, we're saying come.
Yes. Okay, ma'am. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much, Mutabaruka. God bless you, and we'd love to see you there.
All right, ma'am. I will try my best.
We serve a powerful God.
I know that. Okay.
All right. God bless you.
Yes, that was Reverend Mary Wildish talking about our, the God, we need a supernatural encounter with God in Jamaica. So they will be bringing a pastor here who can heal the people. Because we don't have that power here to heal people. So we have to get some foreigner to do it for us. You understand? Okay, click it. Yes. This is the stepping razor. The art of war. All right, so the time is 4:45. 4:45. All right, we want to play this song. A long time we don't play a song. Here goes. Jamaica first dispensary I go open down at St. Anthony, so how appropriate. Right over Jackson, so that IRFM will be down there giving reports. Serious thing. I know it's a whole heap of people go down there from foreign. Trust me. So we want to yell up when I call him name because maybe everyone will know say him do it still. But I guess most people know still. But yes, herbs dispensary. Them are going to really dispense ganja down there. What a thing. This will if you come say in a Jamaica. We want you to youth them in a Montego Bay. Hear the brethren say a Montego Bay my work from. We want to play this song, you know. We want to play this song, believe you me. We have to play this song, yeah. Tell me, I ask you where the fire gone at you. Trust me, where the fire gone. Yes, this is the stepping razor, the art of war. We want to say there are between 4 and 5. It's brought here by Guinness, made of more. Okay, so, may I tell you, we are the piano music today, International Day. We want to remind the people about tonight, the concert at the sports center up our stadium there. Yes, it's a free concert. You don't have to pay, you don't have to send nobody get and beg no money, nothing for going. You understand? Just go in. We also have a brand new Etana album here for play. Yes, and we want to feature a different kind of album too. In the levels that we want to feature a different kind of album, but we really want to find out about the murder rate. We don't know if Shamara can work it out before the program done. Because young them feel safer. And me almost asleep with my window open. I don't take no chance for the door yet. You understand? The window. And I open the window where they far from me near the dog them. That means if you go out the window where the dog them must see you and hear you. So here we are saying so now. But why you look my little brother name Juice? Anybody when knows say Juice about this, I know I'm good at all listen, but Juice, trust me man, I love you man. Yeah man. I like see how you move and how you do your thing and yes. We play for Juice that night, you know. We play some old days for Juice that night. And it's a youth where I respect the youth. From coming out of that area there. From coming out of that area, I see say him a move and a strive and yes, and I like the progress that you make. I know say you gotta go further. And as we are say, yeah man, we love the brethren. Young brethren and yeah, nobody can point him out for nothing. We know that because him always do something to uplift himself. Always. And you hear the youth a while ago from Montego Bay. I talk about youth for us know so them can turn them on. Well, that's a one youth me know to turn them on. The man have all sorts of things, him have chicken, pig, all sorts of things, and him have him shop, car wash, all sorts of things, and him still a look higher than that. So in time we see a youth like that, we have to really big him up and help him too. Yes, we have to help him too. We're not going to just say it. Say him a go on sweet, we are going to help him. And we feel good for know a little youth like that in the area. Yeah, we love that. In the area, and we give thanks. We want to hear Paul, who see me a plant out a road there and I come run some little fool joke. Hey Paul, just say before you help me take up the hole and the machete and help me dig the hole there. In the early morning, you pass and I run joke about me. You understand? But you're my brethren. I want to heal up your wife too. Because your wife say you mustn't make no joke after me. Because you got to hear it on the radio. And actually you did hear it on the radio, you know. Anybody know Paul? And you see him, just tell him to go. He might trouble motor. And enter your pass yard again. Trust me. I might take up 2 stones. Believe you me. Okay. This is the stepping razor. This is the stepping razor. As we tell you, say, last week we started a little thing at this hour. We want to continue it as a little feature on the program. Very important. Before we go back to the tune, we're going to play the clip. This clip is about who owns the world. Can you believe that? Wow. I'm going to play the tune and figure out what's going on here. So, as I say, click the clip. It's really an effort from we for really inform on another level the people who listen to this program. So this one, last week the one was what poor people do that rich people don't do. This one is who own the world. Who own the world. And this is very interesting because all the Jamaican people can really associate with this and really figure this out on a level. So listen.
Hey, 42 here. In Athens, in the state of Georgia, there is a tree that owns itself. This tree is the only tree in the world that is the legal landowner of the land it lives upon. Having fond memories of the tree when growing up, the landowner William H. Jackson wanted to protect the tree forever. So in the early 1800s, he went to court and transferred the deeds for the land in an 8-foot radius around the tree from himself to the tree. To this day, the legality of the tree's property rights have never been questioned. Planet Earth has 57 million square miles of land, or 36 billion acres. And until the day comes when we set foot on other planets, that's all the land we have. Land, therefore, is the most limited commodity we have. Thus, it comes at a great price. As the population increases and more homes are needed to house the next generation, the demand for land increases. In the past 10 years alone, land prices have trebled in some countries. But who owns the world? And I'm not talking about power or money but the actual earth you stand upon. From the wilds of Alaska to Mongolia, who really owns the dirt and gravel beneath your feet? And more importantly, who owns your house and the land it sits on? Is it really you? Or is it in fact the bank, the government, or some kind of landed gentry? Let's start with America and its 2.3 billion acres of land across 50 states. The biggest landowner in America is cable billionaire John Malone, who owns a staggering 2.2 million acres. He owns enormous ranches in Wyoming, New Mexico, and Colorado. Oh, he also owns Humewood Castle in Ireland because he thought it was pretty. Malone is closely followed by Ted Turner, who owns 2 million acres of American land across 7 states. He is a media mogul who founded CNN. Turner's land includes 14 ranches, 28 homes, and the world's largest herd of privately owned bison. He also has 4 girlfriends. He spends a week with each one per month, because if you're a 78-year-old billionaire who owns a massive chunk of America, then why the hell not? An Englishman's home is his castle. No matter how big or small, your humble abode is yours, and no one can ever take it away from you. Or can they? And come to think of it, is it really yours? If you own your home via leasehold, then you have zero right to the ownership of your property or its land. Absolutely none. You are simply renting the property and have decided to pay for the next 99 years' rent up front. The freeholder is the true owner of the land and everything upon it. He or she is your landlord for the next 99 plus years. If you are wealthy enough to own a flat or even a house in London, then you probably don't actually own it or the land. This guy does instead. 26-year-old Hugh Grosvenor, the 7th Duke of Westminster, who owns about half of London. He is worth over £12 billion, making him the richest person under 30 years old in the world. And you are simply renting from him for a very, very long time. But what if you do own the freehold to your property? And what if you've paid off your mortgage with no interference from the bank? Then you must be the one true owner of your castle and its land. Well, not quite. I'm sorry to burst your dream of setting up your own country in your back garden, but you don't truly own any land. In fact, not many people do. There's a centuries-old doctrine of law called absolute land ownership, which is fuzzy at best, but it means that you may hold the right to a piece of land and its title, but you don't absolutely own it. In most countries, the government owns the entirety of the land in that country. All you own is the title to that land, giving you certain rights to it, but not absolute ownership. And the government can forcefully buy your house and land off you and evict you at any time. If, for example, they wish to build a bypass through your home. Well, you've got to build bypasses. This is true for every country in the world. After all, if the government didn't own 100% of the land within that country, then it wouldn't really be a complete country now, would it? It would be Spain, minus all these little plots of land where people have purchased property. Each property owner would essentially own their own little country, and maps of the world would get really, really complicated. So, countries just have to own 100% of their land in order to create and enforce laws within their boundaries. But in truth, there is no such thing as outright true land ownership. The laws surrounding land ownership are really messy, and they change completely depending on which country you're in. In reality, you have essentially paid for some rights over a piece of land, but your rights to the land are overlapped by the rights of other bodies, such as the government and the monarchy, if there is one. Speaking of monarchies, that's when things get really complicated. For example, in England, the absolute landowner is not the government, but the Crown, an independent body who acts on behalf of Her Majesty the Queen. Queen Elizabeth II owns every square inch of land of the United Kingdom. When you buy a property in the UK, you are simply put on a map called the Land Registry to identify that you own the title to that plot of land. In reality, you don't own the land, you hold it. You are a tenant of the Crown. If you were to really buy that land outright, then you would have to draw up a sales contract between you, Her Majesty the Queen, and the government, who have certain historic legal ties with the Crown. But that would just be one less place for Elizabeth to drive her Land Rover and walk her corgis, so I don't think that's going to happen. One element of the law that exemplifies the fact that you don't actually own your own land is that if you strike oil on your private land in the UK, you have no rights to it. The Crown automatically owns any oil or other valuable minerals found below private properties, and all you're entitled to is compensation to replace the soil once all the oil has been extracted and sold for lots and lots of money, none of which you will ever see. But the British Isles is not all that Her Majesty the Queen owns. Far from it. As a matter of fact, Queen Elizabeth II is the largest landowner in the world, by a large margin. The Queen owns 1/6 of the Earth's land. And she is the only person in the world that owns entire countries. Queen Elizabeth II owns 6.6 billion acres of land, and she is head of state of 16 countries, collectively known as the Commonwealth Realm. She owns the entire countries of Canada and Australia, which are the 2nd and 6th largest countries in the world, respectively. The Queen's total land holdings are worth an estimated £25 trillion, which makes her, by a considerable margin, the wealthiest person on the planet. But it's not quite as simple as that. She is more of a ceremonial owner of said countries. While she does technically own the land, the individual countries' governments have ownership of the titles of the lands, and they profit from it. The Crown doesn't actually see any profit from much of its land holdings. Because of this, the Queen's actual estimated wealth is somewhere around £275 million. I mean, that's not to be sniffed at, but it's rather measly for somebody who owns 1/6 of the planet, excluding oceans. She also owns a drive-through McDonald's in Slough, because why not when you're Queen? But, symbolic or not, she is undoubtedly the world's largest landholder. So, who then is following in her footsteps? Well, that would be King Salman of Saudi Arabia, who inherited the Kingdom of Saudi Arabia after the recent death of his half-brother, King Abdullah. He owns 553 million acres in total, just 8% of what the Queen owns. But those 553 million acres are rich in oil, which gives the Kingdom of Saudi Arabia a GDP of $646 billion. At number 3 on the landowner list is none other than Pope Francis. The Pope owns the Vatican City, which is its own nation state. But isn't the Vatican City also the smallest country in the world? Yes, it most definitely is, at just 108 acres. So then, how does that make the Pope the world's 3rd largest landowner? Well, the Roman Catholic Church actually owns 177 million acres of land worldwide, which means that the Pope owns 177 million acres of land. That of course includes every one of their religious institutions, dioceses, and the Vatican-owned embassies to the Holy See, which are in 81 countries. If all land was divided equally between every person on the planet, then every single person would own roughly 5 acres of land, just over 3 football pitches each. But of course, it isn't. Land ownership has always been about power, wealth, and social class, and it still is. Every time you mow your lawn, you are imitating the aristocrats of the past. In a very figurative sense, of course, because wealthy aristocrats definitely didn't mow their own lawns. You see, the reason that lawns were invented in the first place was to show off and demonstrate power. It was a way of saying, Hey, look everyone, we're so rich we can afford to own and maintain vast areas of land which we have no real use for. But look, isn't it impressive? With its shrubberies, mazes and fountains. Yes, lots and lots of fountains. In medieval times, 100% of the land your average person owned was used to either build upon and live in, or to grow food to feed your family. Most people would starve if they decided to grow topiary instead of cabbages. You can't eat topiary. I've tried. So, wealthy kings, princes, lords and ladies would purposely clear all trees from their excessive areas of unused land and grow grass upon it instead, creating a meadow or lawn. This served two purposes. Firstly, it was now far easier to spot people trying to invade their castle, and secondly, they could now show off how much spare land they had lying around. This was even more impressive back then, because, of course, the lawnmower didn't exist. Neatly trimmed grass lawns had to be painstakingly cut by hand by servants wielding scythes and shears. The Palace of Versailles is a prime example of this showy offering. Even with modern gardening tools, the amount of money, time and manpower that goes into maintaining a garden this stunning is rather impressive. The trend of maintaining lawns to impress others has continued throughout the centuries, and although the lawns have become significantly smaller with an ever-increasing population, your neighbour will probably still sneer at it if you don't keep it nicely trimmed, because this medieval tradition has become ingrained within our culture. But who cares if it's exorbitant and completely unnecessary? You are the king of your castle. And okay, you don't actually own your castle, but who cares? Get out there and mow your lawn.
Yeah, this is a stepping razor. You know, a man attack say, oh, me talk about woman womb. If it's not a sperm from the man, brethren, a sperm is not somebody. Don't be stupid. A sperm is not somebody. Sperm go up and ground, turn go in a towel. Sperm go anywhere. Sperm is not a I want to tell the people, man. We are talking about life creation. I'm not talking about sperm. Oh, sperm going at the woman. A sperm can't stay in a man and bring forth picnic. We are talking about creating a farm. And that is what women do, or the female of any species do. Don't complicate the thing and go like say, yeah, try ring my roll the thing. You understand? We don't ring my roll nothing. We'll go back to Skip Marley, you know. We'll play this tune here and they'll have to stop it. You know, say, we'll come up to the bump, you know. We want to give thanks for the moment and the time and the energy. Give thanks to Young as usual. You know, say, if Young is in the studio with me, I'm going to start calling and if I'm not there, I'm going to go home back, you know. Yes, I make Shamara come to the program. We want you up Shamara. Shamara. Beautiful. We said Toots here a while ago, man, and Toots nearly have a heart attack. Why you up Toots birth, you know? Toots here a while ago to riot, you know, I tell you, man. The man hold him heart immediately. You understand? So let hear now, hear Toots now. Me hold that here, you know. Me hold that here. What that have to do with what? What that have to do with what? He must realize the chopper of the whole body, but if I say, if hold that here, if hold that here, yes. Oh, the Toots was that. So, why you love Shamara, who do our best to get through these things here? We want to heal up Petite. I think it's Petite outside there. Who's supposed to come read a poem and don't read it. I don't know if it's night she want to read it, but one of them night I go and catch her and make sure read it at the night. So we give thanks. Give thanks to me hungry. You will come in, you know. Yes. We not take long for come neither. So we want tell you say we'll be there soon and shortly. Connecticut. All the people in New York, we know it's snow watching now, but you know, we are bring some warmth, come up there, you know. So all the people in New York and surrounding area, you open up Massachusetts there, we are going there up there. Yes, we are going there up there. So you know this part we are going there. So
Former Moravian minister, 65-year-old Rupert Clark, was sentenced today to 8 years imprisonment on 2 counts of having sexual intercourse with 2 minors under the age of 16. Clark was sentenced to 8 years imprisonment on each count, but the sentences are to run concurrently, so he will only serve 8 years. Natalie Campbell reports.
Justice Martin Gale sentenced Clark and ordered that he be placed on the sexual offenders register. The judge also ordered today that Clark must receive counseling and psychiatric help whilst incarcerated. Clark pleaded guilty last year, November, in the St. Elizabeth Circuit Court, and sentencing was put off until today. After Clark pleaded guilty, his bail was extended pending his sentencing, and a social inquiry report was ordered for him. The offences involved 2 sisters aged 13 and 15. Clark was taken into custody in December 2016 after policemen caught him in a motor car with an underage girl. Intensive investigations by the police led to Clark being charged with other offences. The social inquiry report revealed that the complainants had asked for leniency for Clark. It was reported that the complainants and other relatives said Clark was a good man and they did not want the judge to send him to prison. The report also stated that Clark said he was sorry and did not know how it happened. Reporting for IRIA FM News, I am Natalie Campbell.
And social media users have reacted with outrage at the 8-year sentence handed down today to the Moravian pastor accused of having sex with a minor. Rupert Clark was sentenced in the St. Elizabeth Circuit Court to 8 years each in relation to 2 sisters aged 15 and 13. The sentence has to run concurrently. Social media users have lamented that as the world celebrates International Women's Day, the sentence for a crime relating to 2 young girls is tantamount to a slap in the face for women and girls and the efforts to tackle violence against women and girls. Some users pointed out while a guilty plea by Clark may have contributed to a reduced sentence, the 8-year sentence is insufficient. There were also complaints that certain crimes such as sexual assault should not qualify for sentence reduction.